do scripts. When I'm talking about all the things that I talk about is taking every single thing that is happening in your life and finding a way to monetize it, right? Turn it into opportunities for yourselves. What I'm talking about is all that cringy stuff, all that bad stuff, all the stuff that's just like coming down on you and it's happening all at once. I call it life be life. Okay. But how we start turning it into monetizable moments is we start looking at these things and asking a big question. Okay, am I alone in this? Or is what I'm going through something that if I find a way to solve it, other people can take advantage of it? Now, that becomes the key because if you solve your own problem, well, you're solving one person's problem. But if you say, well, hey, is it possible that some of those things are not only stuff going on with me, that life be life and for other people too. And then you have discovered some ways. First of all, you're going to be solving your own problem. That's way number one. And then you have decided that you have found some interesting ways to also extend that problem solving. So here's what I'm talking about. Let's assume for a minute. In fact, let me tell you a real story. And it was, I was talking with a coaching client earlier today, and she, life is just blowing up, right? But she is finding some very unique ways and has been for a little while on solving those problems. Now, out of respect for her, I'm not going to say what those things are until she gives me permission to tell her story, and then we'll link you to some of her stuff. But what I was talking to her about, I says, you know what? You're still above ground. Your life is lifing and all of that stuff is happening, but you're still above ground. Thank you, Jesus, right? And then not only that, she's finding all of these unique ways to survive. And what I told her was, I says, well, let's find a way that you can take those and do what I call the three P's, right? Now, the three P's are package, present, and then profit. All right. That's the monetize your life way. It is, let's take what's happening and find the means by which to package it. All right. So we're going to package it. That means creating a course, creating checklists, creating ebooks, creating things that then are the package. Then we're going to take that information and then we're going to present it. So that becomes a key. How we present it. How are we going to do that? Present it to who? That presentation then is going to allow you the opportunity to profit from it, not just monetarily, but keep in mind, because we are solving some of our own problems, we're also looking to profit personally. So that becomes a personal profit. You solved your own problem, you're helping other people solve it, you've created products and services and things from what's happening in your life. That is the total monetize your life way. So, one of the things that I suggested to her was that she literally gave me, I says, tell me one of the biggest things that's happening and how you have found that you're solving these problems. And she came up with some of the most interesting things I had heard how somebody is solving the problem in a long time. She didn't have a car, but she found a way to get transportation, right? We'll go into that inside the course or something like that. She found a way to not only take the car that she was using, because you start doing the math on this stuff, right? And you start going, well, wait a minute, if I'm going to be using this, it's going to take up a lot of gas. So she found a way to not only use the car to go make money, right? And this is all legit, all above board. Found a way to use this car that she was borrowing in essence. And like I say, I'll get into details in it a little bit later. But and then she used it to, go make money. She made money. She used that for the gas, if you will, of the car. It was an electric car, so it was a little different kind of gas, but she had to pay for the usage of it. Then, while she was doing that, and what I told her is if there's times where you have downtime, that's where you're creating these opportunities for yourself. So then what she did was she picked up a couple of pieces of GPT. She was able to use one of the GPTs. And, depending on when you're hearing this, there's a whole bunch of them out there now, right? So I says, well, look, you're a singer. So start thinking about a song and start having the GPT inspire you with lyrics. You know, don't let it write it yourself or itself, but let it inspire you to create something. All right. So, okay. So she did that, created a song that was awesome. That was literally a part of her homework from the week before. You need to create a song. I want you to use GPT to get in some ideas and some encouragement. She did that because keep in mind, she's a singer. So now what I told her, I says, now the fact that you did the homework, now, what I did next was I says, okay, we're going to break apart the song. We're going to pull out pieces of it, things that are very inspirational, very impactful. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take those pieces and we're going to put those out as posts. You're going to put them in a nice little thing from Canva. You're going to put them in a nice little post area, right? And post them out. Now, we're going to wait for the reaction of people. And she happens to have a lot of people on her Facebook. So when she did that, here's what's something interesting that happened. When she did that, then she was able to see the reaction from people that were looking at this quote and saying, that's exactly what I needed right now in my life. Are y'all seeing what's happening? Is that now she's taking stuff that's happening in life, being inspired by, this pain, these tears and all that kind of stuff to then say, okay, can I be of service to other people? Now, next, I said, okay, let's take portions of the song and repurpose them again. We're going to, help her create a line of inspirational pieces of clothing. All right. Now she's going to pull from this lyrics of a song, and then get this. So I started talking to her about now creating the last P. The last P was profit. Remember, you're going to create a buy button, an opportunity for you to go out there and make some money. In her case, create a landing page. We're going to put this on the landing page. We're going to send it out to people and says, hey, if you're going through what I was just going through last week, what I was going through last year, what I'm going through right now, click here. And then all of a sudden, what happens when they click there, they leave their email address and all that kind of stuff. So you get the asset of the email address. I'll talk to you about that a little bit later. But here's what happens. People that are feeling that same way, click there, and then they are given a song that she wrote herself. It was an encouragement, a way to kind of keep herself going, to keep herself buoyed, to keep herself up. And now is sharing it with somebody else. So that becomes a part of what she's doing, is sharing the solution. Now, keep in mind, solving your own problem, trying to say, now I need to stay buoyed up. I need to stay, above ground. I need to stay, in the game, if you will. And as long as you stay in the game, you have a shot. That's the point. So even if your life is a hot mess, you can find aspects of it, find means by which to take it, package it, present it, and then potentially profit from it. That profit comes from helping others, helping others overcome some stuff, especially if you have done it yourself. You can show the receipts, and that becomes the monetize your life way. This is a monetize your life moment that I'm talking about today. And I wanted to come on and share these things with you because that becomes the important avenue that we have to constantly look for, things that are monetizable, things that are shareable so that it can be of service and help to other people. And then we find the things by which to package them. Like I said earlier today, I said, I'm going to show you a couple things. We're going to probably do that inside the course that's coming up. I'm going to leave all the links that you'll need to jump into that course, but it's the Monetize Your Life course. I'm going to be showing you how to do these things all the time. Doesn't matter. Again, life's a hot mess. Doesn't matter. Life is going good. Doesn't matter. The point is that all these things can be of help to somebody else. And that's the key. Being of help to somebody else, buoying them, making sure they can look at yourself and go, if they can do it, I can do it. And I want to come on and tell you that. So we'll talk to you about this, going a little bit deeper, giving you some extra things to think about in the next video. All right.